Today, I really don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. No motivation, no inspiration. You can probably tell by my demeanor. I look very flat. But there's always a story which sticks out in my mind. Whenever I feel like I'm at a crossroads or I am pondering a decision or taking my time with a decision, and the decision looks like it's going to go to not the decision that I want to do. So I always remember this story. I trained a guy called Anthony, has Parkinson's disease, trained him for about 4 years until I moved out of London. And such a great guy. He was an avid runner, did about 22 of the London marathons, was a really good skier up until last year. I think he was still doing it. He used to show me all the videos on his phone. I was like, Anthony, we got to get back to work, mate. He's been showing me for 10 minutes. I loved it. It was cool. Great to see him passionate about his sports and crafts and exercise and movement. I love that. So anyway, after a session once, I said to him, we were really good, like great relationship. I could ask him anything. I could wind him up. He wound me up, teased me. After a session, I said, well, look, you did all these things, avid runner, etc. Now you're not moving as well. Now you feel like your physical body is not giving up on you, but slowing you down. Obviously, Parkinson's is a gradual debilitation of muscles. And he said, of course, naturally, but I do snap out of it pretty quickly. My family do help. Then I asked, what else helps? And he simply said, well, I give myself two choices. I either stop or I keep going. I was just stopped for a second. I was like, wow. Like, to have that mindset when you're going through such a horrible condition is pretty inspiring. Because when you give your brain two options like that, he was telling me the brighter answer will always appear more clear. Stop, you probably regress. You fall down. He gets deeper into himself, gets sad. His mind takes over. But if he chooses to keep going, the body has no option to keep going. He progresses in some way. Even if it's a 5-minute walk, 5-minute jog, he keeps going. So that's my message for you today. If you're like me this morning, you can't be bothered to do anything, ask yourself, give your brain an ultimatum. Do I stop or do I keep going? Some days you'll probably pick stop. And that is fine. We all have those days. Our mind wins, so to speak. But we win straight after. Don't let the mind win for too long. Or we keep going. And a lot of the time we keep going because we know it's, I don't want to use right here, we know it's the progression forward that we need in any circumstance. Even if you had a horrible day, stop or keep going. Keep going could simply be taking a breath for 2 minutes, but it's doing something. That's the key thing. Stop, keep going. So I'm going to show you 3 of my exercises, which I can't be bothered to do, but I'm just going to set a timer for 10 minutes, do 3 rounds, see if I fit those 3 rounds within the timer, and done. I've kept going. Enjoy. Hard with the legs up. Little punches. The band adds so much torque, resistance, anti-rotation, which fires up the core. And then you do the other arm, other foot. See it pull into the left. Whew. Remember, the core loves to be tested, loves to be moved. So you've got much to think about. Each arm, each leg, there's something to think about. So it's not just static, stability, core switching on much more. Because it has to work against a tilting surface, which is a moving surface. And thus, the body, the core, has to respond much more. And there's a greater core output. And thus, greater efficiency. 2 more, let's go. I think that was 10. Knees up. So anti-rotation. Let's do 12. So that was 2 rounds. I won't bore you with a third, but I hope you enjoyed that and a little talk at the start. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.